Hello, Ramitha. Good
Hi.
day.
Good day, Abbie.
I hope you're enjoying your participation here at the uh,
Def
Europe Asia Pacific Dialogue. But today, I want us to focus on the finance solutions that we are currently implementing in Sri Lanka. And of course, one of our signature finance solutions is about tourism certification. But can you please elaborate on what this is all about and how it addresses the biodiversity finance gap?
yeah, Abbie, tourism industry is very important to Sri Lanka. It is the second highest net foreign exchange income earning industry of the country, and we have high hopes about the industry as well. We currently we are receiving around 2 million tourists per annum, international tourists, and our government wants to increase it up to 5 million by 2030. So this 2.5 times increase
Mm-hmm.
will have a devastating impact on our environment if it just allowed to happen organically.
Yes.
Because even today, more than 30% of international tourists who are coming to Sri Lanka, they come because of our biodiversity. They visit national parks, they visit other biodiversity-wise important areas. So if we just let it increase by 2.5%, 2.5 times, it will have a devastating impact. The other side of the coin is we wanted to increase per capita income we are earning from tourism industry as well.
Mm-hmm.
We want to increase it significantly, and in that front we need more activities, more authentic experiences tourists could experience in Sri Lanka. One of the best experience we could offer is our biodiversity, because we are one of the richest biodiversity country in Sri Lanka, richest biodiversity country in world,
Yes.
and that has a lot of impacts like our ecosystems, our fauna, flora, so much to offer. So strategically, tourism industry was important to us, and tourism industry also has identified the need for a sustainability certification in their roadmap when we were looking for potential financial solutions to be implemented in the country. In 2019, it was very clear that Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority,
Mm-hmm.
the regulator of the industry, wanted to work on this certification scheme. So that was the starting point, and we established the first nationally owned, globally recognized certification system in Sri Lanka. Of course, we got technical support from Global Sustainable Tourism Council
Yes.
and other accredited agencies like Green Destinations and Travel Life and things like that. So based on those experiences,
Mm-hmm.
lessons, we started tourism certification.
Yes, but please, I still want to learn more about what is that biodiversity component of the certification.
Yeah.
But before you answer my question, I just want to say that I really appreciate very much that you have latched on to the national planning uh, uh, planning on tourism, and that you know that this is the development goal, but you are already reacting now rather than later, and that certification is one way of ensuring that the policy still is achieved, but with proper safeguards. So
Exactly.
I really appreciate that. But sorry that I had to divert, and now I want to return to the question that I was posing about
Biodiversity.
talk about the biodiversity features and then talk about the subsectors also in the tourism industry, which we have engaged in this process.
Yeah. In the globally accepted certification criteria, environment was one of the four key themes, key sectors
Mm-hmm.
they wanted to highlight amongst like waste management, water management, energy, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
As our interest was mainly on biodiversity, we adapted that global criteria to suit Sri Lankan conditions in collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism and SLTDA, Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority. We increase the importance given or recognition given to biodiversity. So if any entity wants to get certified, they have to prove that they have actively engaged in those 4 main areas, and biodiversity was one of them. So they started investing on biodiversity proactively, as well as trying to reduce the future costs, trying to reduce their footprint on biodiversity, negative impacts on biodiversity, and they started realigning as well of usual investments.
So like all the outcomes of our biodiversity objectives are actually
it's there
featured in this finance solution. Great,
initially we started with the accommodation sector.
Okay.
In 2019, 37 hotels got certified. Most of them belong to big hotel chains operating in Sri Lanka, and that started a kind of internal competition amongst them as well. Some of the hotels who got certified, but not at the highest level of certification, because we had like bronze certification, silver certification, gold, and platinum. So some wanted to get gold or platinum, but got only silver, something like that. So they started working on how to improve their certification, and their sister hotels, seeing the experience of other hotels in their own chain, they started proactively investing on biodiversity and reducing the negative impacts as well. So that was one front. Then unfortunately, Easter Sunday bomb attack happened, and then COVID occurred. So the country was in a lockdown situation for nearly 2 years, and then Sri Lanka had to undergo economic crisis as well. None of these were like good things for tourism industry, but we didn't stop our work, and we started working on destination certification.
Okay.
Because in Sri Lanka, most of the tourist attractions belong to the government. So even though the private sector was getting affected badly, the public sector, the government, could do their part during that kind of a holiday they were experiencing due to all these crisis situations. And Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority, Central Cultural Fund, and many provincial councils, they came forward, they took the challenge, they started working on 10 different destinations. And the first sustainable destination certified this year, 2025 March, it was the highest number of highest number of tourists visit Sigiriya in Sri Lanka, and that was our first sustainable destination. There I want to highlight how we realigned the investments, because Tourism Ministry got a loan from Asian Development Bank for $30 million, and out of that they allocated 12 million to Sigiriya related infrastructure development because of the efforts we were putting on, not only us but many others. And when they earmarked this 12 million, we worked with them on how best the biodiversity impact could be improved or increased from that $12 million. So nearly, altogether, we were able to catalyze around $4 million for biodiversity after discounting the total amounts through public sector investments.
Well, congratulations on Sigiriya. I remember my trip to Sigiriya and we planted trees there.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to know that it's first certified tourism destination.
Exactly.
So maybe now we focus on, maybe people might think that tourism sector investments is, that it's limited to hotel owners, tourist service providers. But now let's talk about the small and medium enterprises, which really fuel the tourism economy. So I understand that they're also part of the certification process. So, and there's also a lot of human interest stories in the SME work. So please, Ramitha.
Yeah. Two aspects, because as I mentioned, we initially started with accommodation, then move into destination management, then to operations, because tour operators have a very big say in the number of tourists coming into Sri Lanka and where they are visiting. And then we realized to improve or capitalize on the value chain of us, we have to go for SME sector, because they nearly 60 to 70% of our tourism industry is run through SME sector. And because of that, we started a certification system targeting them. Altogether, we completed 200 certifications, and that gave us a lot of human interest stories, because a lot of young entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs, people who thought that they couldn't contribute to sustainable biodiversity management through tourism were able to come and do the magic by themselves. So I am so happy about it, because we were able to not only achieve biodiversity related targets, but also poverty reduction, gender empowerment, and other social aspects as well. So SME sector definitely provided us a lot of opportunities. Out of those 200 SMEs, nearly 140 were related to accommodation sector, like homestays and things like that. But the most important thing I want to highlight is nearly 30% of the certified entities are owned by women entrepreneurs.
Imagine that.
What
a very nice story.
Yeah. In Sri Lanka, we don't have data about the women entrepreneurship, women ownership of tourism industries, but usually women involvement in tourism related labor force is around 5%. So ownership must be lower than that. Even if we take 5% as a benchmark, I think having 30% of women in certified certifications we could offer was a kind of achievement, because it is 6 times the industry standard in Sri Lanka. So I'm really happy about it, as we were able to support.
Yes, congratulations again. But I think, another thing that would make everybody happier is the fact that we are able to make the connection with the banking sector. So, and that's another of our finance solutions in Sri Lanka, which is that we supported the development of the sustainable finance roadmap. So can you give us examples of how the certification became something like an incentive for the banks to provide, maybe you can tell us, is it cheaper credit? What is it all about?
Yeah. 2019, as I mentioned, when we were prioritizing financing solutions to implement in Sri Lanka or pilot in Sri Lanka, the second solution we identified was sustainable financing, because Sri Lanka was aspiring to be one of the financing hubs in Asia, and we were taking a lot of steps. The government was taking a lot of steps, and to support that effort, Central Bank of Sri Lanka has very clearly expressed their willingness to work on sustainable financing work. So we thought like it is a good option, good opportunity for us to promote biodiversity financing. That was the starting point. And then we worked with central bank, and central bank launched the first sustainable financing roadmap in 2019. Initial objective was to provide concessionary loans to
Okay.
green
Okay.
markets, green investors. So as I mentioned, we had to go through multiple crisis situation, but when the market was stabilizing and interest rates were coming down to sustainable levels, uh, central bank issued a circular, a directive to all the banks operating in Sri Lanka, making it compulsory to start a green financing portfolio. So and banking sector was also getting ready to do that because of the international pressures, international trends. And they have organized as a, they themselves have organized as a sustainable banking initiative. So with the central bank's directive, I think more than 19 banks have already started reporting as well on their green financing related investments. So when we uh, like discounted the sustainable financing amounts they have already
Yeah.
reported, it came to around $5 million
Wow.
by 20,
So is
because
this green credit?
it's biodiversity
Biodiversity.
credit,
Wow.
because they are reporting the sustainable credit amounts they issued when we use the discounting factors and reduce it to the this thing. It came to around 7 million, 5 to 7 million
And how
dollars.
many banks did you say?
19 banks.
19
Yeah,
banks.
yeah.
Okay.
And some of the banks, individual banks, have gone to international uh, bond markets as well to raise credit for them. So things are moving,
Yeah.
and now the central bank is developing uh, the actually they launched the second iteration or second revision, second version of the roadmap as well, and now they are working on the improvements to the taxonomy as well. So the small stream we supported to
Yes, I
flow
know. Yes.
has become
Yeah.
larger kind of a river, and
Yeah.
hopefully it will be one of the biggest supporters.
That's right.
So yeah, then interesting thing happened, Abbie, because initially we didn't have a plan to blend these two, tourism uh, solution, tourism certification related solution and the sustainable financing related solution. But what happened was there was a huge demand from the tourism sector for credit facilities, and especially for sustainability, especially biodiversity related credit facilities. So SLTDA started organizing meetings with the sustainable financing providers, and now the hotels can access
Yeah.
concessional credits at
Great.
concessional rate. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to say that I think this interlinkage between tourism sector and sustainable financing is really some lesson that we want to impart to our viewers, no? And now that you're saying that it was not really intentional, but maybe at some point when they design finance solutions, they could actually already look at these different linkages and try to
Exactly.
be more intentional in the design of finance solutions. But that's I'm really so happy about that twinning
Yeah.
of tourism with the sustainable finance. But now let's move to another more brand new finance solution from Sri Lanka, and this is insurance.
Mm.
So, first of all, I know that we're focused on leopards, no, but tell us more about it. Why are leopards very important? What are your numbers? Where can we find leopards?
Mm. Leopard is the only big cat you could observe in Sri Lanka.
I see.
We have a subspecies endemic to Sri Lanka called Pantherapadus cotia. Uh, Initially, they were roaming in most of our forests, but
Okay.
due to deforestation, poaching, and many other factors, now their numbers have limited to less than 1,000 in the wild.
Oh.
They are a threatened species, but they are very charismatic umbrella species as well, because many people visit Sri Lanka just to have a glimpse of
I know that.
leopards.
Yes.
And we can identify several key concentrations in the country. One is, of course, Yala National Park and Central Highlands, where amongst the tea bushes and the remnant forest patches we could observe some leopards. But in the dry zone as well, we could observe. But unfortunate thing is, especially in the dry zone, lot of revenge killings are happening.
Oh.
Because as you could imagine, that leopard is a predator, and the nature of a predating animal is they have to feed on other animals.
Yes.
So their easy catches are goats or small cattle and things like that. So because of that, especially the small and medium livestock farmers, they tend to get angry with
Yes.
the
I can
leopards.
imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they tend to go for revenge killings, shootings, snares, and all sorts of unfortunate things. The interesting fact is, leopards have very rarely attacked humans. Only like 1 or 2 occasions have been reported in last few years. Even those were like accidental and very rare occasions. So that was one positive factor that we could introduce the insurance as well, because if humans were getting threatened, the story might have been totally different. But here we could limit the damage to livestock, and because of that we could introduce a livestock insurance that would reduce the anger towards leopards.
Okay, so can you tell us more about the policy itself? How much is the premium? Who is covered?
Yeah.
And maybe some indication of the processing time.
Yeah. For the first year, this is as a pilot. We are going to implement it in 2 divisional secretariat divisions in Sri Lanka. One is Dambulla, where Sigiriya located. So we could link tourism work as well with this, because a lot of tourists are coming there to see leopards as well. And the other one is adjacent DS division called Hinguraggoda. So we are for the first year as a pilot, the BIOFIN project is going to bear the full premium.
Okay.
It will be $13,000 for 800 farmers.
Oh, okay.
And we are going to insure 800 farmers who have less than 100 cattle or goats in their farm. So nearly it is around 80,000 animals. 80,000 animals are getting insured through this $13,000 premium. And the next year, of course, we'll be trying to raise funds, and trying to get private sector is also involved in paying the premium, and hopefully the people also will pay certain percentage of it. And the interesting fact is that the insurance company who is partnering with us has already agreed to bear some of the cost. Actually, they have given us 28% discount
Wow.
Uh,
Are you saying that even for next year, they have committed already to some?
Hopefully,
Oh,
hopefully.
okay.
This year, for the first year, they gave us a 28% discount, and
That's very substantial,
very
actually. Yeah.
substantial, very substantial. And hopefully, it will be available for next year as well. But
Mm,
uh, definitely, our partners, especially this WNPS, it is
yes.
Wildlife and Nature Conservation Society. We must thank them because initially it was their idea, and second thing was uh, they are a very well respected organization. Actually, they are the
Mm-hmm.
third oldest environment conservation agency in the world. They have been established in 1870s, if I'm not mistaken. And they are really working on this. They do research,
Mm-hmm.
they support us with public awareness campaigns,
Yeah.
they support us with advocacy. So it was a real partnership between Wildlife Department, WNPS, um, LOLC, our insurance agent
Yes.
company,
Yes.
and of course UNDP BIOFIN.
Yes. Well, nature related insurance is a bit unique, right? Because we look at insurance as something of a last resort.
Mm.
A re, it's an ultimate risk transfer mechanism. Uh, what are the other mitigating measures we are taking in order to prevent
Mm.
killings of leopards?
Yeah, you are 100% correct, Abbie, because especially in a country like Sri Lanka where uh, insurance is kind of rare, or there's no insurance culture
Yeah,
in Sri
yeah.
Lanka. So we take insurance as one of the options of a whole package,
Yes.
rather than a standalone foolproof solution. So first, to start with, awareness creation amongst people,
Mm-hmm,
amongst
mm-hmm.
the policymakers, amongst administrators, and insurance companies as well, and other key agencies. Number two is research. As I mentioned earlier, WNPS has a research program happening in these areas. They know exactly the numbers, how many cattle got killed in
Yeah,
certain
yes.
areas, like
Mm-hmm.
as I mentioned, less than 1,000 cattle roaming in Sri Lankan wilderness, but nearly 13, 14 cattle were getting killed
Mm.
recently. So things were, I mean, research has a big part, and academia also get involved with WNPS to go this far.
Mm.
Then the third area is cattle fencing, because
Okay.
why leopards could easily attack these cattle or goat, because sometimes people keep them in out
Mm.
areas without
Mm-hmm.
any fencing, without any protection. So cattle fencing is also part of it. And then now we are planning to start a cattle bank, so that rather than paying a
Wow.
damage,
Mm.
or paying a financial
Yeah, yeah.
this thing, we can replace an animal, cattle or goat animal,
Cattle to cattle,
cattle
goat to goat.
goat to goat. So the people, the farmers will get direct benefit.
Mm.
And the last part of it is very interesting concept, basically to avoid cattle leopard attacks on
Yes.
cattle and
Mm-hmm.
goats. uh, Certain practices, like just painting an eye on the back of the cattle, it's a very interesting concept, because I think there may be several other such very easy, but based on the traditional knowledge systems,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
etc. So I think the main purpose of it, main objective, is to avoid cattle attacking the animals as well. So all sorts of things are happening, and we are supporting WNPS to go
Yeah.
this far.
Yeah.
And the other most important thing is the efficiency of paying the damage, because if we could pay after like 2 months or 1 year, that won't
won't work.
work. So in this case, our request is okay, the farmer should report the incident, should report the killing within a 24-hour period, and 3 people, one from the government veterinary surgeon working in that area, one person from WNPS, part of the research team located there, and one insurance agent would visit the place and authenticate the claim. And after that, within 3 working days, just 72 hours of the reporting getting corroborated, the damage will be compensated. The compensated will be paid. So it is a very efficient scheme, and hopefully it will lead to save leopard lives in Sri Lanka.
Well, I hope you can continue to monitor the situation and share your learnings from this finance solution. I must congratulate you for all of this very unique finance solution, unique in not only in the design but in the way it's implemented. So I hope our viewers today learned a lot from the experience of Sri Lanka. And thank you very much for joining us in this conversation, Ramitha. Hope there will be a next time.
Thank you very much, Abbie. Thank you very much for this opportunity.